Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, and I would like to welcome you to tonight's episode of The Other Side of Midnight. Already in the chat, we have our loyal Blue Wrench, Connie Cleary. And some guy named Tim Hayes. Kind of looks like a troublemaker. I'm going to keep my eye on him. And in fact, a good way for me to keep my eye on him is to bring him on. So here we go. Tim Hayes.
Hi, Deleted Scenes.
How you doing tonight?
Fine,
Right on.
but I'm getting a little bit of echo.
Yep. Well, let's see.
Just of me.
Okay, how about now?
Let's see. Okay, I'm not hearing any echo now. I don't
Okay,
think.
good. Alrighty, so what have you been up to of late?
Not a whole lot. I found out I'm gonna need a new pair of shoes. I've been to the doctor. I saw the doctor last month, and now I saw him again this month. I found out I'm gonna need to buy a new pair of shoes, which might be expensive. I've got a problem where my little toes next to my on each foot, the one little toe next to my big toe on my left foot, it's rubbing against the inside of my shoe. And I got like a bump on there.
Well, first things first, you are not in my left foot. That was Daniel Day-Lewis. And as far as shoes being expensive, yeah, because when my situation with my back developed, I had to get special soles made to be placed into my shoes. And yeah, it was a pretty expensive proposition.
Yeah, I just need wider shoes so my toes won't rub against the inside of them.
Yeah. Yeah, shoes can be expensive. And
My
trouble with
mom's
Go ahead.
Yeah, my mom's watching TV right now. So
Oh, nice. What's on?
She's got like Hallmark Channel on, I think.
Ah.
She was going back and forth between Hallmark Channel and Great American Family. Because Hallmark Channel went all woke after the guy running it left. So that guy left and created Great American Family, which is more. It's a little bit more. It's not woke and it's more Christian friendly, because I think they used to have a guy that was Christian running Hallmark, but then he left, and then they started adding all the stuff onto Hallmark where it wasn't necessarily friendly towards Christians.
Yeah, it's too bad. Because, Hallmark Channel was a place where Christians really could go and watch something that was kind of relatively harmless. But
Yeah, well, they added all this stuff where there's always like gay characters. They'll add in all these movies with like gay male couples, and then
Mhm.
they'll add movies in with lesbian couples.
Mhm. And not that there's anything necessarily wrong with that, but if you have, a certain audience who's not looking necessarily to see that kind of content, then it's going to be an issue. Or if they're expecting something wholesome, I guess, for lack of a better terminology. Um, but yeah, I mean that's an overall problem is that a lot of the television networks for sure have sort of lost track of who their audience is.
Yeah, about well, one good station I we had to get like digital cable to get it
Hmm.
is Me TV, where they showed us where it's pretty much just reruns of stuff. They just show classic TV shows
Hmm.
all day and night. They show sitcoms mainly, and they'll show reruns of Carol Burnett, Green Acres, MASH, Hogan's Heroes, just all the different classic sitcoms.
Hmm.
And they used to show episodes of Lost in Space and Buck Rogers, but I don't think they show those anymore. But they have Sven Gulli on Saturday nights where he hosts old horror and sci-fi movies.
And FETV
Yeah,
is
that
another one that kind of relates.
yeah, that one I can get on. I think I mainly get on a Roku. I'm not sure if I can get it with the digital cable that my mom has. It seemed like might be able to, but that has a lot of like classic TV sitcoms, or well, maybe not so much sitcoms, but a lot of 70s and 80s prime time.
Mm. But on, I used to have DirecTV, and you could find FETV on Direct TV. So it was
Yeah,
like regular cable.
yeah, we used to have DirecTV, but then after
Yeah.
my dad died, my mom switched to digital cable, which was better because we were going through AT&T for our internet, and that is slow.
Hmm.
So we had to
Yeah, it
switch.
can be.
We had to switch to Xfinity cable for our internet, which is faster.
So, have you seen anything of interest lately? Anything new that strikes your fancy, or maybe something old that you'd like to see get revisited?
I've been on YouTube an awful lot since I started doing my own chill stream live stream on Wednesday afternoons.
Hmm. Which
So I,
unfortunately I have to miss live because I'm at work, so that's a bummer.
yeah, but Bill is having fifth, his birthday on Wednesday. He turns
Hmm.
51, so he's doing a karaoke live stream that night.
Hmm.
So I might do that if I'm feeling up to it. But I've been so tired the last few Wednesdays.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
and
I'm hoping to jump in for that myself as well.
there is one channel. It's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, called WPIX. They used to show a horror movie hosted show called Chiller Theater on there, and they brought it back, and they're starting to stream it Saturday nights on their website as well as through an app on a Roku. But they only brought it back for I think 8 weeks. They had to get one of their weather guy to host it. The original host of it died, I think, a few years back. So I watched a little bit of that. But it's only going to be on through the Saturday night before Halloween. Halloween's going to be, not sure if it's a Monday or a Tuesday this year. Now, Halloween's going to be on a Tuesday this year. So the Saturday before will be 28th of October. So I've really been on YouTube an awful lot more, watching YouTube content creators.
Anybody you'd like to give like a little shout out to, or
Just
anybody that you think is undersubbed or anything?
just
Who
my
do you
friend.
usually have on with you?
Well, I have Dave Monkey Boy of Monkey Boy's Toys YouTube channel, and he's in England.
Mhm.
So he's a little bit undersubbed. And then there's Lester San Jose, the Skeptic Tank, I think seems to be just an up and coming YouTube person.
Indeed, indeed.
And
So
then
if you're, go ahead.
then maybe Action Pop Dad, who's another UK toy collector. He's slowly growing, but he's still kind of a small channel.
Mhm.
He's joined for a couple of my my chill stream live streams on Wednesday afternoons. And then there's Travels and More with Jason, who's another UK toy collector who does a lot of travel videos as well. And he's usually another person that joins us for my live streams. And there's one other European guy that sometimes joins us who's on YouTube, Retro Toy Guy Sai, who's in the Netherlands, but he's originally from England.
So how have you been doing sub count wise? How many are you up to now?
It's been really funny because I think for a while I was a little over 300, but then it shrunk down, but then it started to go up and it went down, up and down, and then I get up to one day I get up to 405, and then it goes down to 404, and then I'm back up 405, and then 404, and now I'm back up at 405 subs.
Nice.
So it's
Well
just really
done.
fun.
Congrats.
It's just really funny how it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. But
It does.
late
It does.
lately, it's been staying. It's been keeping steady past 400.
Mhm.
And I thought it was funny with Troy Pacelli. His was like 660 something, and then it went down to 660, but then it got up to 666, and then it went
Mhm.
over that. It's been staying his has been staying pretty steady at 680 something now. And he can really only live stream on Friday nights. He can't do too much.
Well, Troy and I are in the middle of planning a new show for Tuesday nights, and hello to Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. Tim Hayes is awesome, indeed.
Yeah, but he also helps out his wife an awful lot for her live streams. So I guess he's able to promote his channel an awful lot since he's usually around for most of her for Netter's live streams.
Mm-hmm. Well, Troy and I are in the middle of actually planning a new show that we're collaborating on. I don't know if you watched Friday Night Last Call.
Yeah,
The other night.
You want to do a show where you're just watching Twin Peaks?
Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing a Twin Peaks retrospective series. So we're kind of going at it from being he and I are the fanboys, and then
Okay.
you have Boomer who's kind of like watching it for the first time. So it's like we're talking to somebody who is seeing it with these new eyes and this different point of view, who can kind of stand back from it. And what's going to be interesting is I haven't seen season 3 yet, which was the season that was on Showtime. So
Okay.
when we get to those episodes, that's going to be kind of like a first watch for me. I mean, I have theories about where season 3 can go, and I'm really curious to see how close I came.
Oh, and that guy that was on Twin Peaks, Kyle MacLachlan, who's also in Blue Velvet and Dune.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he has an Instagram page where he posts all these photos up. There's a bunch of photos of him currently. He looks about the same, except his hair is a little gray now.
Oh, I know how that feels.
But he's got a fan page on Facebook. I'm guessing he's running it. And there was an old photo he posted of him and Laura Dern from the 80s, and they both looked like just really young kids back then.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they did. They yeah. That would have been Blue Velvet. And I think Blue Velvet was God, what year was that?
Was it 87 or 86?
I think it might have been 86. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he had been in the David Lynch film version of Dune. And then was later on Twin Peaks. And there was one other movie he did. I don't think it was a David Lynch film, though. He was in this like sci-fi invasion movie called The Hidden.
Yeah.
Where it was about this alien that kept taking this alien like parasite that kept taking over people's bodies.
And Hello Lemon Pie. Is it Blue Velvet? That's one funky movie. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely goes into some dark territory.
So was Isabella Rossellini in that?
She was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think she did a cover version of that song Blue Velvet for that movie.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where you're seeing the Heineken, but lemon pie. But
yeah, I don't have any Heineken. I don't drink beer. Lemon pie. I've got a green cup in the background, but it's just a plastic cup. It's that I have Dr. Pepper in here.
Well, I have some late breaking news.
Somebody die?
No.
Okay, good.
Lemon Pie says it's a line in Blue Velvet. Okay. Well, I'm blanking out on that particular reference, Lemon Pie, but no worries. All right. Let me see. Let me boot this up here. Well, it appears that the writer's strike is over.
Oh, the writer's strike is? I heard that the actor's strike was coming to an end, but I didn't hear that the writer's one was. But maybe both of them will be over. But I'm wondering if they just ended it just because of the election coming up. I'm wondering.
Yeah, that's something they can all get behind, isn't it? Yeah, I think that might be. I think that might be part of it. They gotta circle the wagons, and they can't
Yeah,
do that if they're
yeah, but if they
already.
keep but if they keep pushing a bunch of really biased political agenda, they're not going to get the numbers that they once had.
No, that's the thing that they have to. That's the thing that they have to realize. They
I
don't.
mean, a while back, I wasn't even watching Saturday Night Live anymore, but when they had Dave Chappelle on again as a host, I turned it on, but he was about the only good thing on there to see.
Oh, I'm
It's
sure.
just about everything else on there fell flat. It was not funny, and it seemed like there was barely an effort to even try to be funny that night. Aside from Dave Chappelle, he seemed to be the only one on there that night that even had any talent.
No, yeah, that's about right. Let me just jump into this briefly and read what this says. This is from, like I said, this is just over the wire, so to speak. It's from ABC News. Unions representing thousands of Hollywood movie and television writers reached a tentative deal with major studios on Sunday, ending a strike that lasted 146 days and brought pickets to productions and company offices nationwide. Quote, the WGA has reached a tentative agreement with the AMPTP. This was made possible by the enduring solidarity of WGA members and extraordinary support of our union siblings who joined us on the picket lines for over 146 days, according to an email sent to WGA members Sunday night. The resolution followed a breakthrough in negotiations between the Writers Guild of America and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, or AMPTP, the group negotiating on behalf of the studios. Let me scroll down. The two sides released a joint statement on Wednesday, confirming they had met for bargaining and would weird wording, and would resume talks on Thursday, giving rise to optimism that a deal would be struck. Negotiations resumed Friday and Saturday, the Writers Guild said, for 4 straight days of bargaining. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass issued a statement following the ending of the strike. Quote, after a nearly 5-month-long strike, I am grateful that the Writers Guild of America and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers have reached a fair agreement, and I'm hopeful that the same can happen soon with the Screen Actors Guild. She continued, "This historic strike impacted so many across Los Angeles and across the nation. Now we must focus on getting the entertainment industry and all the small businesses that depend on it back on their feet, stronger than ever before." And you scroll down. Long story short, this is looks like it's over, folks. Hollywood is going back to work, but is anybody going to care?
I don't think anybody's really going to care. I mean, if there's a movie out, like once the new Dune movie comes out, I think people will see that. But I'm wondering if they'll be seeing that mainly for Christopher Walken.
Well, he's definitely going to be a draw for some people, sure.
Yeah, well, I already saw what his action figure looks like, and it does not look pretty. It really does not look pretty.
Oh, so it's what doesn't look pretty, and that you think the design is bad, or is just how this
Well,
character is going to look in the movie? Is it?
he's actually. I think they're making him look maybe his age a bit too much. He's gonna have long gray hair.
Well, he's not a young guy,
Yeah, I
anymore.
know, but
Sorry to say, but
still, I think they're going to maybe things are going a little bit overboard.
So, do you have any images of it that you can share, or
I think it was on Entertainment Earth. They had a photo up of the action figure for his character, but I didn't think it was that pretty looking. It was just, I'm not even sure if it was a real action figure. It might have just been it looked more like a plastic model kit from what I could tell, if it was what I saw in there. But then I think it might be NECA that. I know NECA did Dune figures for Dune Part 1. Okay, I'm not seeing it on Entertainment Earth. I'm not sure if it was Big Bad Toy Store or where was it?
Let me see if I can look this up. Maybe I can find it. Okay, let me see if I can share this out. And hello to the Padawannabe. Okay, it's from Entertainment Earth.
I couldn't find any Dune action figures on there, though.
Well, I seem to have found one right here. Dune Part 2 movie, Emperor Shaddam, the fourth.
Okay, yeah, it's a pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Doesn't that make him look too much like an old woman, though?
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of does. This is McFarlane who's doing the
he is
figures
horrible.
according to this.
He did his own interpretation of the Kenner superpowers line, which he said was gonna be compatible with the 80s Kenner Superpowers line of action figures, which it wasn't. He made the figures too big, and he crapped out on quality control.
I'm not sure I like this either, with the hairline.
Yeah, it looks like they didn't.
Because
Maybe he didn't get likeness rights.
Because it just looks like this looks like the hair can be removed or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't particularly look like Christopher Walken at all.
No.
I don't know if it's just maybe a makeup job that they're doing for him in the film, perhaps. But joining us backstage, Connie Clary. Hello, Connie.
Hi, Connie.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, we are discussing the Dune action figure line, and this is supposed to be Christopher Walken's Emperor Shaddam IV, and Tim and I agree. We're kind of less than impressed with this.
Agreed.
Yeah. Well, there are some
Not
other
impressed.
pictures. Let's see if we can maybe get a better look. This is supposed to be him in the film.
Yeah, that looks more like Christopher Walken in that photo.
Yeah.
But the figure does not look enough like him.
No, I agree.
Could have done a better job.
Let's click on over to the next one here. Just it's kind of more of the same.
Yeah, it doesn't look any better.
No. Kind of digging the arm movement, though. That actually looks a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
This is what the packaging is going to apparently look like.
In the packaging, that reminds me a little bit more of Christopher Walken. But the hair looks a little bit different inside the packaging.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Not much.
Not much, no, but, you know. A bit. It's, side view's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the packaging now.
Mm-hmm.
If not the
it does look good.
If not the necessarily the figure itself.
Mm-hmm.
There are some other ones here. I think this is from the original film, and you can check me on this.
Yeah, that figure right there, the Baron, that's from the David Lynch film. Super 7 put those ones out. But they only made like about 5 of them. I guess they couldn't get rights for all the characters. They couldn't get rights to Sting's likeness.
Had Wannabe in the chat is saying, I have to say, Star Wars Black Series might beat these in looks. Possibly. Says, is it really McFarlane? I would expect a cleaner likeness. His model set a standard at one point. So what do you think, Tim? Has he kind of is McFarlane starting to kind of fall off in your opinion, or?
Yeah, I think so
Mhm.
because he did his own line based on the Kenner Superpowers action figure line of the 80s that was supposed to be compatible with the Kenner line, and it wasn't. I mean, he got the design, the packaging the same, but the actual figures were too big and had quality control problems.
Hmm. So should McFarlane be taken off of his perch? Who do you see being the successor, so to speak?
I don't know, but I think he was able to do other things better. I think when he did like action figures of like horror movie monsters, I think those might have done a little bit. Those might have been a bit better.
Well, let's give some of these a look right here before we move on to the new line. It does look like the character in the movie a bit.
It does.
Yeah, and I've got two of the figures. I've got the Paul Atreides Muad'Dib figure right here.
Nice.
I've got another one of him in my room where he's not in the stealth suit. And then I've got one Fremen warrior, Stilgar,
Cool.
also from the David Lynch film version.
Mm-hmm.
And then the only other figures they made were of the Baron, the Sadawakar, Terror Trooper, and then just regular Paul Atreides. They didn't make any other figures. They didn't even make the sandworms.
Well, I did see that somebody had one of the sandworms here.
But isn't that going to be based on the new movie though? So I think that's based on the new movie.
Well, it's entirely possible. It does say coming in January 2024. Not sure how impressed I am with this. This looks more like something you would maybe get for kids. It's got this.
That look like it's cheaply done
Yeah.
or made, and or. Definitely not impressed.
Yeah, this is more like a Funko Pop though.
Yeah, that's for the new movie.
Look to it.
But it's for the new movie. You can tell by the
lettering
and Dune.
is yeah. So that makes a little bit more sense. Like I said, this looks more like seeing it in this packaging. Okay, this is more of a Funko Pop. So now I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say that's the figure. That's god awful. But if you want to say, okay, that's more in line of like a Funko Pop, and I go, okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
But aren't Funko Pops pretty much like Beanie Babies now? They, they're what Beanie Babies were.
Well, yeah, I think that's kind of safe to say.
Yeah,
Here's
and
the
Duncan, Idaho. That's Jason Momoa's character
mhm.
from Part One.
Now this I'm digging. This is a little closer, I think. This is a little bit more of what I was expecting.
Yeah, and I thought Jason Momoa was pretty badass in
Yeah,
Dune One,
I agree.
and I hadn't seen him play Aquaman before, and I didn't even know he was in Baywatch Hawaii, so I didn't know anything about him going into that movie.
Oh yeah. The side view here. Connie, avert your eyes.
Eh,
Okay.
too late.
Damn.
This this actually looks better than the Watkins
Oh, for
figurine.
sure. Yeah, I like this. Which is probably why it's about sold out now. It does look good.
Yeah.
Good pose. I like the articulation here. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's definitely more like it. And speaking of the Funko Pops,
Yeah, and I know Michael
one for
French
Jessica.
would just hate those. He cannot stand Funko Pops.
Well, there was a point where I said I wouldn't buy one either, and now I have more than 30 of them. So, and
Well,
I can understand, either way, people who like them, people who don't, I get it. I get it.
yeah, there was
So,
a YouTube video he did on them where he nearly punched one. I thought he had punched one in a video. He didn't exactly punch it, but he just got all frustrated and knocked it off a table.
mm,
But I think somebody did give him a Doctor Who one, which was more of the TARDIS, which I think that was one he kept. He was happy with, but for the most part, he cannot stand those.
now this is interesting. This is the Duncan Idaho 9-inch statue.
Yeah, and you can tell that's Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
That's his likeness. It shocked me when I found out he's only like a year younger than me, but he is like really tall guy. Well, actually, he might be 2 years younger than me, but he is a really tall Hawaiian guy.
Padawannabe says, I can see many fans go to Hot Toys or a similar company for these figures. So what do you think, Tim? You're kind of more of the authority on this than I am.
It looks good, but it looks more like a model kit than an action figure.
Oh, I more meant Padawannabe's statement here. Are you in agreement, or?
Probably, but I don't collect Hot Toys.
All right, well, you got me curious here. Let's see. Let's see what else they have here. This is
And that's the other David Lynch Paul figure that you just had in that other picture. But this is Chani or Chaney from the new Dune movies. No, in the David Lynch film, I think she was called Chani, but I think in the books and in the new movies, I think they call her Chaney.
And hello, Jesse. And don't worry about being late. You can always rewind. All right. So I wish Lego would make sets. Yeah.
I would see Playmobil doing those long before Lego would. But I don't know if it's even big enough of a franchise that even Lego or Playmobil would tackle it.
All right. Well, let me see. We have a few more pictures here. Tim, avert your eyes. Finally. Yeah, I like the look here. This
not bad.
Nice detail. Yeah. Yeah, I like that one. And this is the one that Tim was referring to. This is the 3 3/4 inch Paul Atreides from the original film.
Yeah, the David Lynch film.
Well, it kind of looks like him, I guess. All right, let's I'm wondering if this is another one of the new ones right here.
It looks like it, but it's sold out. It's still Gar.
Unfortunately, yeah, it is sold out.
And he was in part 1, but he should be in part 2.
Oh, I would think he'll be in a lot more of part 2. Yeah.
Yeah. But even though that that movie was only like maybe a third of the novel. It seemed like it was a pretty long movie.
Yeah, it's like 235, something like that. I like this. Yeah, thanks for bringing up this site,
Mm-hmm.
Tim. This is what I'm going to have to look through. I like what I'm seeing here, even though unfortunately this is a figure that is sold out now.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be maybe reproduced in some fashion. Maybe they'll make more. Who knows? I'm kind of curious to see what else they have. Well, let's
Hot off
see.
the truck, you might want to go to, because usually I think they have new stuff, but it's usually stuff you could at least pre-order.
Well, here's one. Here's Gimli from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's the dwarf.
Mm-hmm. Again, I mean, look here, the detail.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing right here.
Yeah, it's
Great
really
detail.
neat.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Both of you avert your eyes.
Too late.
I like this right here too. We cannot get out. It is coming. Yeah. This is yeah, so this is when they're in Moria then. All right.
Look at that detail.
I'm digging what I'm seeing here.
Same here.
All right. Let's see. Let's scroll through here a bit. Let's see what else they. See if anything kind of. Strikes our fancy here. These look mostly like Funko Pops here.
Yeah, those are mainly just Funko Pops.
Well, let's go to the next page and see if we
Yeah.
see what else we can.
Doctor Strange.
I'll scroll through this pretty fast here. Well, we have get a load of this. We have Ultraman.
Ultraman. Yeah, I grew up watching that. And Johnny Sacco too.
So is this the Shin Ultraman here? This version, or if we have any Ultraman experts out there? Because this is definitely different from what I remember.
I think it might be.
I will avert my eyes. All right. Interesting. This might be interesting here. The Crow.
Mm-hmm. Diamond Select Bus.
I haven't seen that in ages.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, here's one that might be popular. Here's a One Piece character.
A One Piece character. Okay.
It's Yusi Wano Kuni, I guess. The Grand Line Men, Volume 23. I'm not an authority when it comes to One Piece, but with all of the hype that's been surrounding it, I got a copy of the One Piece Red, the film from last year, and I'm going to watch that. And it also has 3 episodes of the series on it as bonus features. So I'm going to check that video out, and when I'm done, I'm going to review it. Then I'm going to watch the series. And Jesse says he's cool, but not my favorite villain. So I guess he does have like a villain look to him, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Let's go through, see what else we have. Okay, well, we have a Spy Family Lloyd Forger. statue. This, of course, based on the manga. This looks pretty decent, I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Jesse says, "Don't watch the show. One Piece has over 800 episodes. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish that anytime soon. But and he recommends Spy Family. Right on. And since the Star Wars Black series was brought up earlier in the chat,
Yeah, they're putting those 6-inch figures out now on card backs.
this is more like the original packaging from back in the day.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This may be a little more articulated.
Yes.
Which is good.
Jesse says, "LOL, the figures should probably fall out of the card back." All right. Well, oh, this one I have to give a look to.
Muppet Show.
Statler and Waldorf.
That's what I thought I saw. I like you two grumpy old bastards.
Is that where you got the Geeky Geezer's idea from? Those two guys?
Yeah, that's where they got that. Yeah, the guys who would be sitting up in the balcony and being the peanut gallery, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse says, "I missed the Muppet Show." Yeah, so do I. I catch myself watching compilation clips every once in a while. All right.
Out of all the Muppets, these two are always my favorite. Granted, I like all the rest of them, but these two here in particular.
Let's real quick. Scroll through and see what else we have here.
And there's a Halloween 2 metal lunch pail there.
Hmm.
It says tin tote, but it looks like a metal lunch box.
That Shatner mask has
bad.
seen better days. This is, of course, from the 2018
That's for damn sure.
film. Random headless bastard there. Well, bodiless, really, I guess. But there is one thing I want to look up. See real quick here.
No surprise on Venom.
And that's old school Battlestar Galactica and a little bit
Some
of
of it is.
sci-fi one. Yeah, that's a Sci-Fi Channel one.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately sold out, but here's a Commander Adama. Not bad.
Yeah, Edward James Olmos.
Always liked him.
And excuse me, but I wanted to get a closer look.
No surprise.
Eh. Not really Trisha Helfer, though.
For sure.
This one I'm going to get a closer look at. The Blackbird. Unfortunately, also sold out, but I can't believe it's been that long already, 2004.
Mm-hmm. Been almost 20 years.
I still have my trading cards from the 70s, the original version of Battlestar. Nearly mint condition, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm playing now. I think I know what the answer is going to be here, but I'm going to look.
Person of interest.
Well, I was kind of hoping they would have something, but no. I didn't think they would, but anywho. Well, yeah, thanks for bringing that one to our attention there, Tim. That's an interesting site. I'm going to have to look for... Gonna have to look through more there at a later date. Maybe pick a couple of things out. Yeah.
I think they might be a sponsor for Midnight's Edge, or I remember Tom saying something about it.
Oh, are they? Right on.
I thought it was like a month or so ago he mentioned that they were... Well, maybe it was just for those Universal Monsters ones, like Dracula.
Right on.
Has anyone seen the Lost in Space where Dr. Smith is a female?
No.
Oh, that's the Netflix series, right?
Something like that. Oh my God, that Dr. Smith character is such a freaking ass whack job.
Yeah, I don't.
And she does it very well
Netflix.
too.
No, I didn't see that one either.
And like I say, that Smith character is such a whack job. Oh man.
No, I'll watch
if you happen to see it, you'll understand why.
Well, I'll watch the original series, but I don't know if I'm really interested past that. The movie they did was kind of like a one and done for me, to be honest. But
Was that the one with
it was a good
William
cast,
Hurt?
but just William Hurt and
Yeah.
Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy from Friends.
Matt LeBlanc. It was a good cast. The movie just didn't really do all that much for me, to be honest.
If I remember right, Parker Posey played Dr. Smith character.
Yeah, I could see her playing crazy.
Yeah, so can I. And she pulled it off very well. Let's see here.
See if I can find a cast list here. Lost in Space, 3 seasons, 2018 to 21.
Yep.
And you are correct. Parker Posey is Dr. Smith.
Yeah, like I said, the way she played it, she definitely played whack.
I'm taking this to mean Judy was adopted.
What? What are you taking to mean that Judy was adopted?
Because she's race swapped.
Okay.
Not a bad actress. I like Taylor Russell, though. I've seen her in other things.
And it looks like
So
it looks like
she's decent casting.
looks like there's a bit of a role reversal that Penny is now the older sister, whereas Judy was the older sister in the original.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, I heard mixed things about that series. So I don't know how interested I'm going to be in seeing it, but they got 3 seasons out of it, so which for Netflix is not bad.
True.
Jesse says, "I wonder what new stuff is coming out for Godzilla." They are doing what is it, Monarch? The one that's going to have Kurt Russell in it. With his son playing the younger version of him. That looks really good. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see here real quickly. Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. It's going to be on Apple TV. Let me see if I can pause this so we don't get.
Yeah,
We don't get nicked for the
that's
trailer.
supposed to be on November 17th.
As
That's
we see
interesting.
here, we have Kurt Russell starring as he's in the present day. And then they have his son playing the younger, his son Wyatt playing the younger version. And hello, Lester. Yes, that's right. Comics Division had a member stream earlier this evening.
I like it when they do the father-son combo like this, doing the flashbacks. Makes it a little bit more plausible.
Yeah, I'm going to go frame by frame here. I got the feeling we're going to see a little bit of. Of course, we have John Goodman's character who was in the Kong Skull Island. He's going to be back for this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting fact: John Goodman and I have the same birthday.
Oh, good.
June 20th. And I think this is from the 2014. It's Kurt. It's going to be some of the other characters here, I think. And Jesse says, it sucks that the MonsterVerse stuff is coming out on 2 different streams that I don't have. Well, there are ways around that. So,
Yeah,
which of course we cannot officially condone, but there are ways. All right.
Been there, done that.
Mm-hmm. Here's our boy.
Yep.
And not where I would want to be.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Monarch. Legacy of Monsters. It's going to be in November, kids. So I'm looking forward to this. Especially once I heard Kurt Russell was going to be involved. That's good enough for me, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. All right. So that was interesting. We learned about a brand new to me anyway site. So thank you very much, Tim, for making us aware of Entertainment Earth. There, it's definitely a site I'm going to go back to and see what they have. Monarch. We could not play the whole trailer because we'd probably have to cut it out, and I don't like doing that. That looks interesting. Kurt Russell, Wyatt Russell. I can't say W's and R's close like that. And John Goodman. So be on the lookout for that. That's in November. All right. It's a good show, guys. I think it's about time to maybe start wrapping it up. Tim, you got anything that you would like to plug?
Just that I'll be doing my chill stream live stream on Wednesday afternoon at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UK time, since I usually have some people from the UK joining me.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Tim's Till Stream, that's 4 p.m. every Wednesday. So check it out. And if you're not yet subscribed to his channel or to Monkey Boy's Toys or any of his other guests, now is the perfect time to jump in. Connie, do you have anything?
Not really. I've been working on my Halloween decorations for the last week, so getting all ready for it, putting it all out. Hopefully next week.
Right on.
What about you?
All right. Well, earlier tonight, of course, was my other show, Unscripted. Kind of went into some controversial for YouTube subjects, like Russell Brand and Tim Ballard and some other things that have been going on. I reviewed just before this show. I had another live stream where I reviewed Expendables 4. So if you want to know what I thought of the movie, check out that review. And for those of you who maybe have not yet heard, I appeared just this past Friday on Friday Night Last Call, Troy Pacelli's show. And, we announced that we are collaborating on a new series where it's going to be a watch party and retrospective of Twin Peaks. We're going to go through every episode of seasons 1 and 2. The Showtime season 3, which was the 25 years later, Twin Peaks: The Return. And we're also going to cover Fire Walk with Me, the film, as well. So that's going to be starting October 20th. We're going to be watching the pilot film over on Troy's channel for Friday Night Last Call. And then the following Tuesday, the 24th of October, we're going to switch over to my channel right here and watch the rest of the episodes from there on. So look forward to that. It's going to be an interesting one. Those of you who have not yet seen the Twin Peaks series by David Lynch, or if you want to do a rewatch, maybe if you haven't seen it in a while, now's the perfect time. We're really psyched about it. It's something we've been talking about doing for a while, and we finally hashed it out Friday night. We decided we're going to jump in. We're going to do it. So really looking forward to it. It's going to be a good show.
It's been ages
All
since
right.
I seen that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'd like to sit down and watch it myself. We did a watch party a little while back for the fan edit of Fire Walk with Me, where they put the deleted scenes back into the film. What's referred to as the missing pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Scenes that were filmed either for the film or for the series that weren't used. And in this fan edit, all of those scenes were put back into the film. And it's pretty interesting because the person who put together the fan edit is obviously someone who's very obsessed with the timeline of the series. And it's very interesting how they integrated the quote unquote missing pieces with the final film. So it's good stuff. Go back and check out that episode that we did. But yeah, I'm psyched. I'm really looking forward to it. I have purposefully avoided watching season 3. I have the Blu-ray, but I haven't watched it, and I want to wait until we get to the season 3 episodes. But yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. So that's going to be beginning October 20th over on Troy's channel for the pilot, and then the 24th every Tuesday night over on my channel. We're going to cover the every episode of the series. We're going to do the film. So stay tuned. We got some great content coming up. Also, hopefully on Tuesday, I don't know what time yet, Jedi Bill and I are going to do a joint review of The Last Voyage of the Demeter. I got to find some time between now and then to watch the movie, but stay tuned to the channel, and I will drop the show link when we're ready to get that review done. Alrighty, I want to thank everybody who is in the chat with us tonight. Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips, Lemon Pie, the Padawannabe, and Jesse. I'm sorry, I keep messing up your last name, Guajardo. Sorry. I will get it right eventually. Thank you. But yeah, and I really do want to thank the new subscribers that I've picked up over the last couple of weeks. I'm glad that you're enjoying the shows. Share out the streams. Hit the like. Say hello in the comments because that helps the algorithm. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please subscribe. I am 20 away from 250. So hit the bell icon for notifications and all that good stuff. Alrighty. So for Connie Cleary, Tim Hayes, I am Deleted Scenes. Good night. Take care. Stay strong, because this is how we win.
Night, everyone.